talk about Facebook. The vortex of time, energy, and information that if I counted all the time I spent on it just in undergrad alone, I might be able to subtract a whole year from my life. Which means I've spent a large chunk of time reading my newsfeed. I've also spent a good portion of my time reading status updates that make me wish I never had eyeballs. In undergrad, I was annoyed by these people. I was one of those people too. And these days, after great enlightenment, I realized I can just remove the status updates from my feed. Yay! But these days I'm also a therapist, which means rather than being annoyed, I'm pretty interested in how people are feeling. And now I just want to pull them aside and have some Facebook intervention in the style of How I Met Your Mother and just say hi internet and or real life friend, your Facebook status updates suck, and here's why. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to talk to my computer and explain myself here instead. There are two things that I specifically think are signs you might want to pause and maybe self-reflect on in regards to your Facebook use, so let's review. First, let's talk about just status updates. Straight up, a few words, that's it. Status updates can range from funny or tragic or forgettable, but the one I can't stand, and it makes me just want to pull out my hair and demand someone be banned from Facebook, is the use of the status update as an existential garbage can. Allow me to expound. Any really depressing lyrics, any status update that is a blatant cry for help, or any message that when you type it in a little box you're thinking, no one cares about me, I'm worthless, and no one will comment on this. And you're using Facebook to meet a need that cannot be permanently met through social media. I've been there, I've been bummed, I've had a crush on someone who didn't like me back, and I've run to Facebook and typed in some cryptic lyrics, hoping someone, anyone, would notice. But now I'm a grown-up, and if you are no longer an undergrad, or if you have exceeded your 4 years of allotted undergrad excusability, you are a grown-up too. I'm sorry. And it's time to get your needs met through healthy avenues. So I suggest cutting the crap and using your status updates as a cry for help and doing something constructive, like developing your own self-worth through therapy or some other hobby that doesn't have you sitting in front of the computer in a pile of self-loathing or grandiose ranting. And yes, I am looking at all of you who wouldn't stop posting through the presidential election. Just cut it out. The second one that legitimately has me worried about the state of our country is the selfie. It's now so common, we actually have a name for it. We are a nation of narcissists. Please stop taking photos of yourself on social media, unless there's actually something notable. Your cuteness, unless it is holding a puppy, is not something I need to be updated on. If you're posting the picture because you want a certain someone to see it, just send them the photo. Selfies say one thing to the rest of the population, and it is this: you are insecure and desperate for attention. Also, wow, I suspect you have too much time on your hands. Ladies doing the sexy selfies on Instagram, stop. Stop now, stop. You look insane. And you took 25 different photos before uploading it, and that's 5 minutes or more of your life devoted to taking pictures of yourself alone, and then looking at them and going over your hotness. During that time you could have donated to PETA or UNICEF or the Underwater Basket Weavers of America. So to stop this, I want us to get outwardly focused, and a lot of pathologies like depression or anxiety are manifested by being all up in our head. And when we use Facebook as a medium to vomit about our lives and ourselves, especially during dark times, we get back the same energy we put into trying to fix our problems. If you're going to get lazy about getting your needs met, you'll receive the same laziness back. It's not hard to whine on the internet. People do it every day. I'm kind of doing it right now a little bit, I guess, but it's difficult to stop being a grump, it's difficult to stop being self-involved, and it's difficult to directly ask for what you need, including help. But guess what? It's the only thing that will solve that empty feeling you're getting sitting in front of the computer or your phone at 2 a.m. hoping someone will write, "What's wrong?" or "Looking good" on your status update. And when you wake up in the morning, that affirmation will be buried in your newsfeed, and I imagine you won't be much closer to feeling better if this is a pattern for you. Okay, sorry. That was a long-winded monologue, but basically what I want anyone who watches this to take away is if you see yourself doing these things, it's time to pause and look at how you utilize social media. Anytime I see people using Facebook to get an emotional need met, I begin to worry. There's no substitution for real intimacy, true affirmation, and face-to-face acts of appreciation. I want you to get off Facebook and start experiencing these emotional highs and lows in real life, because while it's scary, it's also the best opportunity for growth. We were designed to interact face-to-face with one another. So in review, if you're ready to examine your use of social media, especially if you find you're not satisfied with your life these days, look at two things. 1, using status updates as a cry for attention. And 2, selfies. Can't believe they have a name, but whatever. If you're using these to get your needs met for, affirmation, love, respect, whatever, then maybe try getting that need met outward. Try asking for that need from the people you love and the people who should be fulfilling that need for you. And I imagine that while it would be difficult and scary, the feeling will last a lot longer and you might feel a lot better. So, okay. I've reviewed everything I have to say about Facebook today. And I apologize for any of you out there who were currently taking a selfie and then decided to watch this photo or this video. Anyway, have a good day.